San Diego High School sports has a team you need to start paying attention to right now, and it's Helix softball. They're 13-1, just pulled off an 8-6 comeback win. And here's the crazy part. They scored 7 runs with 2 outs. That's not luck. That's kind of an offensive mindset, and yet they're not even ranked in the top 10 locally. This is a team with multiple hitters hitting over 400, a freshman hitting nearly 600, and a pitcher who hasn't allowed an earned run in over 37 innings. Oh, and they're stuck in Division III, which is clearly, which they clearly don't agree with. So now that you've got a loaded team with something to prove, and in high school sports, that's a dangerous combination. Don't be surprised if Helix doesn't just win a championship, but makes a statement doing it. San Diego High School sports is heating up, and this week it starts in La Mesa with a team that's tired of being overlooked. At Helix High School, the softball team is putting together one of the most compelling seasons in the section. The Highlanders improved to 13-1 after an 8-6 comeback win over Costa Canyon. And this wasn't just any comeback. They scored 7 runs with 2 outs. That tells you everything about this team's identity, resilience, belief, and a lineup that just doesn't quit.
No, and junior catcher Nikayla Domingo led the charge, going 3 for 4 with a 2-run homer in 3 RBIs. And when you look back at the numbers across the board, this offense is dangerous. Multiple hitters batting over 400, including a freshman hitting nearly 600. That is insane. But here's where the story gets interesting, if it wasn't already. Despite the record and production, Helix is still fighting for respect. They've been dropped out of local top 10 rankings, largely due to strength of schedule and being placed in Division III. And internally, they're not happy about it, nor should they be. This team believes that they shouldn't be in Division III, and they're playing with a chip on their shoulder every single game. And honestly, it might be the most dangerous thing about this team.
Yeah, they're going to do some damage probably in Division III. I mean, strength of schedule is a huge part. I mean, you got to be able to play better teams, especially in high school. And I know the old cliche of, you can only play who's on your schedule. Well, most of these high schools make their own schedule. So at some point in time, and it's not like college football where they make the schedule 8 years out in advance.
Yeah, it's high school.
You got to be able to put together a better schedule, in my opinion. I haven't seen it, so I can't really comment further. But usually in high school sports, when teams are feeling disrespected, they haven't played anybody to warrant the respect yet. But they're playing at a high level. That's all they could do. The girls can only play the best softball that they possibly can, and they might be able to win a D3 championship for it. So good on them for continuing to play hard despite maybe some things not going their way that they can't control. Elsewhere, big-time events are on the horizon. The John Baumgarten Classic is coming to Petco Park later this month, giving local high school players a chance to compete on a major league field. Matchups include Helix and El Cap, and multiple showcase games across April 24th to 25th. It's one of the best traditions in San Diego high school sports, and a stage where stars are made. I was able to play at Qualcomm Stadium in high school. Football is always a great time. I know a lot of kids love their experience playing at Petco Park when they have an opportunity. Love when the Padres do this. Love when the high school kids are allowed to play at the big league fields.
Yeah, it was great too. I remember last year after a Sunday game, they had basically the high school home run derby,
and they had the All-Star game.
After the Padre game, and that was really, really cool to see those kids getting so amped up, not just to get to play in an All-Star game against the best teams and against the best players in San Diego, but also to get that opportunity to play on a big league field, because you never know. It might be the first time they get to do it out of many, or it could be the first and only time they get to do it.
On the field at Costa Canyon High School, girls lacrosse is showing what depth really looks like in a dominant win over Marin Catholic. 10 different players scored goals, a rare feat at any level. Adding goalkeeper Cambria Williams, 13 saves, and this is a team that's not just talented, but it is complete. On the track, history was made, Frank.
Yeah, absolutely. At the Arcadia Invitational, Josiah Brown from Sage Creek.
Bowman,
from Sage Creek broke the San Diego section record in the 800-meter, running a blazing 1 minute 49.54 seconds. It's a barrier athletes chase for years, and he didn't just break it. He owned the moment. So congratulations to Josiah Bowman out at Sage Creek High School.
Getting closer to playoff time for a lot of sports. Some teams are right there, I think, almost in the playoffs at this point in time. So what's the big takeaway this week? San Diego High School sports isn't just about winning. It's about programs trying to prove something. Helix softball wants the respect. LCC lacrosse is showing dominance, their depth, and athletes like Bowman are rewriting history. This is the time of year where narratives start to form. And right now, some teams are making it very clear they're not waiting their turn anymore. Helix softball being overlooked, and that could actually help them win a championship. Helix not being ranked, being placed Division III and questioning their schedule, it's all adding fuel for them. And sometimes the most dangerous teams aren't the ones at the top of the rankings, but the ones trying to prove the rankings wrong. If Helix keeps hitting the way that they are and gets consistent pitching like they've had from Leia Moya, this could be a team that doesn't just win a title, but they might dominate their division doing it. And that's the standard now. If you want to show that you belong in a higher division, you go win the division that you're put in. And so we'll see what Helix softball is up to, but they are playing great softball over there in La Mesa.